describe a typical Slayer fan?
A guy just would literally out of nowhere just yell, Slayer! You know?
How's it going, everybody? It's going. Happy Thursday. It is July, the end of July. The end of July. And, I figured I'd hang out. Have a couple things to talk about. We'll see what we get to. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. Good evening. I'm going to be working on some new graphics, by the way. I know I want it to look better. I'm trying to get in to my... Hi, Molly. How are you? I'm trying to get into my PlayStation account. Oh, there we go. I finally got the damn code. We'll see if I can get in, because I'm trying to link everything up for the Battlefield beta. But I can't link my PlayStation account to it. So that's frustrating. Whatever, my EA account is linked. I don't care. I'm doing good. Heather Rhodes. Heather Fartusis Rhodes? Heather Fartusis Rhodes? I'm dumb. But I figured hang out. I'm going to talk some NASCAR 25, some more Battlefield. There was more I wanted to say that we didn't get to on Insider Gaming Weekly. You can go check that out at Insider Gaming on YouTube. I want to talk because people keep asking about Fight Night and people keep asking about UFC. So I want to clear the air on some things there. And then there's a couple things I've been rumbling, and I've heard some rumbles of, some good, some not so good. There's NFL football tonight. We'll see. But we'll see how it's going. We'll see how things go. Maybe we play some games tonight too. Maybe we play some games. Yeah, what I got to do is I got a different camera here too that I think I'm going to use next time. I got to set up this room because right now, let's give it a little thing. It's an absolute mess. Like, I got my kids' stuff there and everything, and I'm debating on rearranging my desk, my office, so that my posters and everything like this you can see on the stream. If that makes sense. See it on the wall. Plus, I got a different camera, and I need a better camera angle because if you see, this is just that camera there is just sitting there, and it's not really the best. Madden on the Switch. So I've heard good things about for it being on the Switch. For it being on the Switch, it's pretty good. By the way, let me know if I'm too loud or too quiet. In handheld mode, it runs fine. And, I hate the fact because I thought I was going to get it on PlayStation 5 because I was going to get college football and then carry over. I don't think I'm getting college football this year. So I'll probably get Madden again on the PC. And then I don't want to double dip it. Tyler Keefe, thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Welcome. We're going to talk some NASCAR in a second because I got to bring something up because it's funny. Kakarot. You got to tell me how to pronounce these names. I appreciate it. Welcome. If you're new here, you're just watching. When I do these impromptu streams, usually, so for example, I have a show that I used to do all the time, and I would have my rundown, my category. I'm actually redoing this over here, where I think it'll be at the top of the screen instead of on the side. I don't know yet. Let me know. But I'm going to do something like that, and I think bring back a show. Okay. DBZ. Got it. I think I'm going to bring back a show, maybe do it a couple times a week. I don't know. But do it during the day, during like the afternoon or morning. I really want that opinion. Like, do I do the impromptu ones at night where I play games, I just talk, shoot the shit, and then I do bigger ones during the day, like the actual shows, or what? But then, so I'm working on creating some new graphics there and everything like that. But I wanted to talk as people are coming in because I wanted to talk about NASCAR real quick because I don't know if anybody saw, but I want to let's see. We're going to go to my channel here. If anybody watched this video. UFC fight. Yeah. I kind of regret showing the video. We'll talk about that in a minute. Actually, I kind of regret showing the video because I got hit hard from a copyright. I got hit pretty hard, right? Because I was sent it. And the thing is, you could tell it was taken, like someone took it off screen. It wasn't an actual, like, video. It was an off screen with their phone. They recorded it. They sent it to me, and I posted it. I got the green light. They're like, yeah, do what you want with it. Okay. Thanks. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's been a lot quieter. I haven't gotten as much. I can tell you a couple things about UFC that I know. after. But NASCAR. So I don't know if you guys saw this. So NASCAR put out screenshots the other day. And one of them, I decided to do this. What is going on, guys? Some commentary for you here. And I wanted to take a look at this new image that we got, this new screenshot, off-screen screenshot of NASCAR 25. RFK Racing decided to post it on Tuesday. And you look at it, and it's just completely wrong right off the bat. There's so many problems here. I mean, look alone. Look at the crowd. It's packed. That's just completely unrealistic for modern-day NASCAR. You look at the cars. You can't even read the text on the screen. Look at the running order. Look how blurry it is. And who in their right mind is going to be playing off-screen, taking pictures like this? This is just terrible all the way around, from who took the picture to the programmers to even letting it happen. I just don't know how this game can come out. I have no idea. I mean, we're 2.5 months away from the game's release, and we don't have anything really other than this. I just don't get what they're doing over there at iRacing, you know, one of the creators of the most successful racing games of all time. I just don't know. But that's what I got. I'll be back later in the week with more commentary. Subscribe. I can't tell you how funny it was to do. That took me all of 20 or a minute and a half, whatever it cost to recording, to do, right? The amount of people who took that seriously. Now, if you don't know, I was mocking a YouTuber that's known in the Madden and football community, like football video game community, for just being the biggest negative, like everything. Take screenshots. Mind you, this is also the same guy who is the same guy that thought a player, Shaq Griffin, former of the UCF, drafted by the Seahawks, he's missing his hand. And he called it a bug and a glitch and a development issue in Madden. And I ripped him a new one. And then he tried to come after me and challenged me to a fight. So I decided I'm going to do this for the hell of it because it's funny. And now it's one of, like, I don't get a lot of, like, it's not I'm going to sit here and be like, I get a lot of views on my channel. I don't. I do this because it's fun. If I did this to make money and this was all about making money, I might be done, because I'm not, it's not like I'm making, it's not like I'm making a lot of money doing these separate things. These are more because I like hanging out and I like talking about some stuff I don't talk about, you know, at Insider Gaming. The negative Nancy. Listen, Molly. So I decided to make fun of him in this, and the amount of people that took it seriously. A few people were like, all right, they called me out on it. They knew I was, but the way I sounded in the tone, I put /sarcasm in the description of the video, and people still got mad. Like, it doesn't even have, it has only a 70% like rate. Only a 70% like rate. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So that was fun. So I want to address the incident. I need to address, to everybody tuning in, I need to address the incident of iRacing's NASCAR 25. Look at me. I'll get closer to the camera because this camera doesn't have a zoom. I'm so sorry. I am beyond sorry that y'all just don't see what I see. You don't see just the state that NASCAR 25 is in. Again, that crowd was packed. Another thing, why was the car facing backwards? Why was the hood of the car facing backwards? NASCAR on oval tracks, they don't make right turns. They make left turns. So, I mean, that's for you. If you guys want to be blind sheep and follow it along, then you can do that. But, you know, that's just me. I don't know what they're doing. iRacing is in over their head, clearly. They're just, I don't know. I'm not confident in what's going on. But we'll see. We'll see. Raiders. So I'll get to you in a second. Kakarot. What happens when I get hit with a copyright? Basically, it's a strike on my channel. 3 strikes, your channel's deleted. So you go to if you have 3 active strikes. So you go to copyright school, which you watch a video and then you answer questions. And then after 90 days, it goes away. Another YouTuber made a good point today. He mentioned that EA had the earnings call yesterday, which they did. If the NFL deal was done, wouldn't EA have signed it? Yeah, but just because the NFL deal's been agreed to doesn't mean legality and it's all been signed. It's been, like I reported a few weeks ago, it's been agreed to. Once the signatures happen, it'll be announced. Raiders, there's the agreement in place. It's staying with Madden is here to stay. The NFL and EA, their relationship's continuing. The NFL has to sign it. EA has to sign it. Like I said, my guess is by the end of the year, we'll get the official announcement, seeing as it's going to be going into the final year. So before the buildup of the next one, it's going to it'll be announced. That's my guess on the timeline. I don't know the timeline of the announcement. I just know the agreement has been reached between the two sides, like I said. So that's where that is. Like, just because the agreement's there doesn't necessarily mean it's signed. Make sense? But I posted it on Twitter. I did, but I also posted a short clip on YouTube, like a 6-second clip on YouTube, and they got really mad. Really mad about it. Really, really mad about it, actually. Molly, I'm excited to see, because I'm going to clip that and throw that up on the channel of me addressing the incident, and I want to see the reactions. I want to see the reactions so bad. You know, I wonder if I can get 100 views total on this live stream tonight. Maybe I'll play some games. I did get my my early access code for Battlefield 6, the multiplayer beta, which again, that pissed me off. So Tom, my boss, Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming, posted it yesterday. There's going to be a closed beta August 7th and 8th. EA's community manager, Battlefield's community manager, was like, no, there's no closed beta. There's no pre-order beta. We never said there was a pre-order beta, but there's no closed beta, blah, blah, blah. It's open. Come to find out, we were right today. They just termed it early access open beta, which means you needed a code or to be in EA Battlefield Labs to get access to it for the first 2 days. Like, WWE tonight, I do not... What WWE's on? TNA's tonight. I do not have 2K. I had it in writing when they told you to do what you want in the... Yeah, it was from a source. Like, EA didn't provide it to me. I was not under any... We weren't under any NDA, and that was a big thing. Like, if you don't want me to share the stuff, give it to me firsthand and have me sign a non-disclosure. And I have no problem doing that, but when I get things from sources, I'm going to, once I verify them, share them if I get the green light from the source. Nothing happened to it. Like, it's been over a year. Nothing's going on. And, speaking of nothing going on, I got to ask this question. This is kind of why I wanted to come on here. UFC 6. We'll get back to NASCAR in a minute. Or not UFC 6. Fight Night. So, I had reported not long ago, I think we're going on last year at this point. Actually, last October, last fall, that EA was back. Fight Night was back on the table at EA. Since then, like, the plan was UFC 6, then they'd start working on Fight Night. Since then, I have not heard a thing about Fight Night. Like, it's been more quiet than I can imagine, because this is a game that had been on the table, off the table, on the table, off the table, back and forth constantly. I was asked today if I think there's a chance Fight Night will get announced later this year. Honestly, I'm feeling it's as I can never put a 0 or 100% on anything, but I do have it close to 0% chance it gets announced this year as a return. partially because of the college basketball stuff, and I'll get to that in a minute. It's been so quiet that I kind of have this weird feeling that it's been paused again. Because now Undisputed did well. Undisputed has done well. It's been on expectations. They're chugging right along. Whether you like the game or not, I enjoy it. Do I play it as much as I'd like to? No, I don't play any game as much as I'd like. As much as I'd like to. But I do enjoy it. I have this weird feeling it's on pause again. UFC 6. They have had the marketing ready for whenever. I know college football and Madden, that's normal. FC. One thing that has me thinking about, I'm thinking an October release, is they're moving NHL up, I believe, to just before EAFC. I don't know for sure. But I have a feel. I think NHL is going to be releasing in September instead of October. Yeah, I from the last information I have, NHL will be releasing in September and not October this year, which leaves October open fully for UFC. I know last time for UFC 5 it was around the beginning of July we got information. The way they're doing things now, EA, they are waiting and they're putting them a lot closer together. They did it last year with NHL. They kind of did it with Madden. They did it with college football. Things are just getting a lot closer together. So, like I said, marketing is ready. One thing I know is no one who was invited to the last behind closed doors briefing of EAF's UFC has heard anything or gotten an invite of an event. So nothing's been sent out there. But the last time they did it, the invite came within a week of it happening. They're like, hey, we got this coming up. Like, say it's Thursday. We got this thing coming up next Friday. That type of thing. So that's... I still think we get UFC by October. I just don't know when they're planning on starting their marketing. It's ready to go. Again, I say it all the time because people constantly ask me. It's ready to go. It is 100% ready to go. But for developers, the more time they have to work on it without having to show things, the better it looks for them. Like, they're happy about it. I'm a tease. How am I a tease? Have I heard anything about UFC itself? I've heard a couple things, but one thing I've heard I don't believe. So I don't even know if I want to tell you guys because I honestly don't believe it at all. Venom. Hi, Venom. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Momo, hello. Do I think NBA Bounce is a 2K killer? No, but I am super excited to get that game and play with my kids. I am so excited to get that game and play with my kids. Are you kidding me? It looks so fun. It looks fun. Give me 1 second, guys. I have to read this email because there's a game at Gamescom that I'm going to see, and I think this was confirmation. TP, how you doing, buddy? Can I say that? If anybody puts this on Reddit and says I'm reporting this, I'm going to be really mad about it because I don't know. But one rumbling I've heard of what they've tried to get in and wanted to get in is a management mode of some sort where you focus on building your own cards. I don't know if that's actually happening. That's the one I don't believe. If it happens, then great. This new source is a source I can trust. But I don't believe it. It's hard for me to believe it. It's so hard for me to believe it. It's so hard. WWE is free on Xbox and Steam. Yeah, I saw that. So I might play it with my son on Steam. How do folks, like normal people, get behind the scenes stuff? So it took a long time for me to get it. Now, I've been at this for 15 years. You got one guy on Twitter who I finally blocked just because I couldn't. I was letting him scream into the abyss, but it got to the point he started attacking my wife. So I blocked him, whatever. it took a lot. Like, I had to talk to a lot of people, build relationships. I have a lot of one-off sources who are just like, hey, I got this information. You want it? And then I get it, and then I verify it. But it all depends. It all depends. I do a lot of things like that. It took a lot of years. A lot of years. And even then, I have sources. There's a lot of stuff I hear that I don't report on. And there's a part of me, I know it brings me clout, which I don't give a shit about. I know it brings me like my name and people talking about me, but I like telling stories. So there's a part of me that wants to kind of get out of the scoops and exclusives and stuff like that. I want to tell more behind the scenes stories of like beyond the dev, right? What goes into building a video game? The technology behind it, the engine they're using. Why are they using Unity versus Unreal? Why do they make this? That type of stuff. I want to tell those stories. I kind of want to see, and actually, it's a good question. What do you think about those types of stories? Because a lot of people like games, but a lot of people don't. I think don't have a full understanding of what goes into developing a video game, and I think I want to tell those stories more in a thorough thing, even if it's doing it on my own, in a way. What do you guys think? Would you guys be interested in seeing those types of stories? The other thing I heard is that the other thing I heard about UFC 6, again, I don't know how true it is. That's why I didn't write anything up. And this one seems more far-fetched than the management. It's basically online fight clubs. Kind of. That's the only way I could put it. You create your own club, and then you have your own rankings and standings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I've heard. I don't know. Again, those are two things I've heard rumblings about. I know they've been on the. Let's put it this way. There's things like if you watched my interview with Matt Lewis talking NASCAR, he brought up there's things on a whiteboard that we kind of prioritize and whatnot. I know those are things that have been on the whiteboard at EA. I don't know if they've gotten in for this game. Should we expect anything? I feel like I'm missing. Going to get real Death Note. Death Note. How you doing, buddy? Going to guess Xfinity roster will be out tomorrow. I believe so. I know Xfinity, then the Cup Series. After they do the rosters is when the next dev diary is going to come out. Know the end of August is a gameplay trailer. In between there will be some more feature announcements and more details on that. September will be a huge month with deep dives into, I think, the paint booth, career mode, more on career mode, championship mode, and things like that. There is a bigger team working on UFC, yeah. I don't know how much bigger, but they did do some hiring for it. Can we expect anything big and new at Gamescom? So there's a game I can't talk about that I'm seeing behind closed door. Let me look at my calendar. I'm looking at it now. On Thursday the 21st, I have a closed door meeting and interview and demo for a simulation game, like a real-time sim type of game from a long-running franchise that I love. And I can't wait to bring that to you. Also, I'll be there. I know I'm getting my hands on I'm talking with the team behind Project Motor Racing while I'm there. I am talking with, they've already announced publicly that they're going to be there, so I can bring that up. So I'll be there. There's another real-time strategy game I'm seeing that's been unannounced. There's a 3D platformer that I am seeing. There's a few games. I'm also seeing this weird thing that I don't even know if I can talk about. But it's the most weird. It's the weirdest gaming peripheral I have ever been pitched to talk about and see. And I can't wait. So I jumped on it. And I can't wait to talk about it. There's going to be so much coming from Gamescom. I'm still paranoid and terrified to fly to Germany in a few weeks, but will PlayStation Studios be there? I don't think so. Let me look at my calendar again. I just closed it. No, I don't believe they are. And they haven't been there since pre-COVID, so it's not surprising. Not surprising at all. All right, let's see if I can get this to 100 total views. Not 100 viewers. I just want 100 views on the live stream. I think that's a win. When's Gamescom? August. So opening night live is August 19th. So I leave the 18th and I fly to Germany and I get there overnight. I fly overnight. I get there early on the 19th. It's like a 14-hour, 16-hour trip for me because with layovers. I think I'll be in the air for 13 of it. And then the event itself is the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and then I fly home on the 23rd. What level of peripheral are we talking here? It's not a game. It's a straight gaming peripheral that is you'll never take my airborne 1,000%. Airborne in a Xanax, baby. What level of peripheral? It's weird. It's weird. Have I heard anything about Sparking Zero's DLC 3? Haven't heard a thing. I knew they were going to announce it for the Switch 2 today. That was one thing we couldn't talk about. We had under embargo. But I knew that was coming. My assumption is now that that's out there, we're going to be getting. What are the days you should be watching out for? Watch August 19th is opening night live. That's when we'll have a major Call of Duty reveal. They're going to be showcasing Call of Duty gameplay, Black Ops 7 and stuff like that. So if you're into Call of Duty there, there's also a few games I can't talk about that are going to be revealed there. That's pretty awesome. I think once iRacing and Monster release NASCAR 25, they'll update the world of... I hope so. iRacing Arcade, I'm trying to find out what's going on with that. I know it's a completely different team, though, than the NASCAR team. A completely different team. Yeah, they did. That's what I'm saying. They announced the DBZ coming to Switch, but I'm assuming we'll get more on DLC. Venom, mine's the 15th. Mine's the 15th, and I'll be 35. I look beautiful. I don't look a day over 50. GTA... I don't want to say it won't get delayed again, because that's Rockstar, but... They keep talking about it in all their bookings. When's their next earnings report? I feel like they wouldn't have announced that date if they weren't set on keeping it. They could have just kept what they were doing. August 7th is Take-Two's earnings report, so next Thursday at 4:30 in the afternoon. You had Greg about it. He said development and release in 25. Team is in Toronto. Maybe I'll take the 2-hour drive to Toronto. See if maybe I can go get an interview. If UFC's not, TP, before you got in here, I was talking about it. I still have this weird feeling because they're moving the NHL release up a bit. I have this feeling October is going to be the target month to release. But EA has been doing this thing where they're releasing him. And to be fair, I love this. I hate months-long build-up. They're still making money hands over fist on GTA Online enough to keep going. They're fine. They could delay for another 2 years if they wanted to. But back to my point. I don't like when games get announced so early that we're sitting there waiting. When's more details? When's more information? There's unique circumstances like the NASCAR one I said. There's unique circumstances because they announced a new game because they bought the license from Motorsport Games, which, yeah, Venom, they're dropping because sales of Le Mans Ultimate weren't as strong after 1.0 launch as they were hoping. So I like a game comes out in 2 months, right? Give me information about a month and a half. A month and a half out. I'm cool with that, and then you lead it a few weeks. Like, look at NBA 2K. They just started with their gameplay stuff. They just started their reveal for stuff this week. the game comes out in a month. Give me that. Like, we know the game's coming. Give me that. I don't know how I feel about the Adventures of Elliot. I don't know. I think I don't like the art style. Not saying it won't be good, but it's kind of like why I don't like Octopath Traveler either. I just don't care about the art style. The Wolverine stuff got real, like Insomniac with that hack and leak last year got really screwed. Was it a year ago, or was it last year, or was it a year ago? Either way, that leak really screwed them. It put timelines on, it changed timelines on everything, man. I feel so bad for that team. I feel so bad for that team. By the way, guys, please leave a like on this stream if you're tuning in. The more likes, the more likelihood it is to get recommended to people to just come in and watch. Leave a like. Leave a comment after this stream ends, because the comments help. Share this with your friends. Tell them to come hang out. I don't bite. I think I'm a cool guy. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks. Drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. All right, I'm done. Any news on Red Dead 3? Nothing. Not even. There's nothing. It's on their plans, but there's no way it comes out anytime in the next 6-7 years, I think. There's no way. That's pretty much iRacing's console company. Monster is still its own thing. That's pretty much iRacing's console company, Monster Games. And just so you know, they're not done with World of Outlaws. They still have plans for it. I don't know what their plans are, but they still have plans for World of Outlaws. Just a little bit, TP. Just a little bit. Wonder if I should play a game. Let's close that. I don't want to see ads for that. Give me 1 second. I got to post something to the social for work. Let's throw some things. One of my writers did a story, and you know what really bothers me? I don't know about you guys, but we still haven't seen anything. Death Note, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That helps. My goal is to be at 5,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year. I'm 3,000 away. But if I put up a few videos a week, I think I can do it. I'm at 2,100 right now. Capcom, they got their hands filled, but they weren't happy with the money with... they moved up their endgame stuff for Monster Hunter Wilds because it stopped selling. No Octopath Zero for me, no. Yeah, they do. They still have... I don't know if it's going to be an every other year title, but they do still have plans to return to the well with it. I just don't... My worry is just how much effort in the split with NASCAR. If NASCAR becomes a yearly thing, you could see it be put on the back burners. How is NCAA sales looking? They are not NCAA or college football 25 numbers. They are not college 25 numbers. But they aren't bad. I mean, they sold 2 million or so in its first week. So, I mean, that's still good numbers. It sold 2 million in early access. Over 2 million the last time, but it sold about 2 million in its first week. So, still good it's still good numbers. It's still going to be one of the better selling games. Like when July's sales data comes out, when is July's sales data set to come out? Give me 1 second. When I have the calendar in front of me somewhere. When is July's sales data? August 27th is when they're going to announce July sales data, which goes from July 6th to August 2nd. It's going to be I guarantee a top 5 selling game for the month. We aren't going to get more UFC competitors at all. Never. Is that why they have Monster Hunter Wild Stories on the Nintendo Direct? Well, it's not Wild Stories. It's just Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's a different spin-off series. That's all that is. Shout out to Steven Totillo. Guy, like he is one of the people I look up to the most in this industry. And the work he does with GameFile, the work he did with Axios, the work he did at Kotaku. Like when he was at Kotaku, I was just breaking into the business and I really wanted to work there and I just wasn't experienced enough. Was not experienced enough. But his stuff with GameFile, I highly recommend it. It's, I think, $10 a month if you want all. You get one a week. It's $10 a month or $100 a year if you want all of the subscriber-only posts. So 2 subscriber-only posts per week. And he gets some really good info. He's one of the best. Absolutely one of the best. I finally got to meet him in person in LA, and we talked for a good 45 minutes. And he's there. I like for me to message if I need help. Like he's just a really, really good dude. A really good dude. I highly recommend him. Exodus becoming the travel Marvel 1943 is just moving along. I think it's one of those you're not going to hear anything until they're ready to announce a release date. It's coming next year after the delay out of this year. But it's coming early next year. You won't hear another thing until they're ready to announce a release date, I think, which my guess, if we don't see something at opening night live, we'll see something at the Game Awards. Exodus, I have no idea. I can look into it, but I've never I never looked into anything with Exodus. Oh, there's football. The Chargers are up 14-0. Trey Lance out here with a touchdown. Let's see who's Chargers up 14. Let me wish list that game. They've been quiet lately. Yeah. What will you say here? What will you say here? Will you say how awesome I am? By the way, guys, college basketball coming back. How do you feel about it? Do you care? Do you not give a damn? Death Note, there we go. Yeah, I'm excited for it because I'm excited for college basketball because NCAA 10, for as bad as it was in a lot of ways, is still one of my favorite games just that I enjoyed playing. I'll go and play it maybe once or twice a year. Usually around March Madness, I'll load it back up and play. And I want all the programs. I did not like 2K's proposal. 100 teams for their own game, but also to add it as DLC in their proposal was to add it as DLC into NBA 2K as like paid DLC. No. Probably Frostbite. Everything uses Frostbite at EA. I wish they didn't. Frostbite was not a sports engine. It wasn't, but they did. How's the website? Are you talking about Insider Gaming? It's going well. It's going well. We have some big things. Guys, I can't stress enough what we're working on and how big it is. I cannot stress it enough how big what we're about to announce in the coming months. hopefully sooner, is by the fall. This is going to be the biggest thing we've ever done at Insider Gaming. No hyperbole. No exaggeration. This is... Yeah, women's teams will be in in college basketball. Yeah. I hope I didn't just freeze and lose you guys. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? But this is literally... I wasn't expecting to do it either, especially because we do Insider Gaming Weekly on Thursdays. That I figured, why not? Because this weekend, it's all about wrestling for me. I'll be watching SummerSlam both nights, so I won't be around much. I'm trying to put my phone down during that time and hang out with the kids and my wife. All right. Why not go straight to NBA? What do you mean, Raiders? Why not go straight to NBA? Am I good? Okay. I was trying to close Photoshop and, well, I was trying to close a couple things and everything like froze up on me. So I'm back? Am I back? Good. Sorry about that. So yeah, what do you mean straight to, why not go straight to NBA? Raiders. Oh, in their defense, they already have a basketball game, previous NCAA games fought, so it would be, but you got to think, when they're proposing it, right? Raiders, when they're proposing it to the college licensing company, they're going to go with the best proposal. EA coming in and saying, hey, yeah, we want exclusive with this, but it'll include all the programs, men's and women's. It'll be at least an every other year game, probably every other year. And you get more money by having all these programs that are being fed rather than just, 16 in the first year and then 32 in the second and paid deal. And then maybe a game 4 or 5 years later. I mean, you got to see why the CLC would recommend the EA proposal and why EA would be like, all right, we're announcing it. I'm interested. Oh, straight to NBA? I think they know they can't compete with NBA 2K, but because here's the thing with EA2, they have already got agreements with a lot of these schools for NIL and licensing that they can just amend. Whereas NBA has the engine, EA has agreements with a lot of these schools already, or at least relationships with a lot of these schools. So like they got the fight songs, they got the logos, the mascot, they got all this stuff already built, like the mascots and stuff that they can do it with. Have I heard anything different about career mode for UFC 6? Haven't heard a thing about it. Oh, is that why you said you can see the excitement? Because I was frozen? I was so excited it froze. Kagura, EA's not importing models from past games. They're making everything from scratch. Or games, UFC. I do know that. That they were overhauling the fighting models. They did that started with the damage overhaul last game. Now you're going to see a lot of changes in the movement. You're going to see a lot of changes in how punches connect and grappling. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not a fan with all the integration stuff. I'm not a fan of it, TP. Who am I going to drive in Arca and Trucks? Trucks, I'm driving Frankie Muniz. Frankie Muniz and Trucks. Just because I want to drive as Malcolm because it's hilarious to me. Arca... If I do online quick races, it'll be Andy Jankowiak. Solely because he is from here. He's from my area, so I'll be driving probably with him. Raj Karuth will be a good one for the trucks, too. No, I think they'll still be a part. They took out Modern Warfare 3 and 2 because I think they'll still be a part of COD HQ, which I don't like. COD HQ really screws the player numbers because you don't know which game's being played. I think the Xfinity roster will be tomorrow, NASCAR. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it'll be tomorrow, if not early next week. But I think by the end, no matter what, by the end of next week, I think we'll have all the rosters. Let's see. What else do we got chat-wise? Man, we're up to 60 total views on here. Will I hit 100? Will it? We'll see. And again, that's just total views, not concurrent. Concurrent, there's 10 of y'all, and I love every single one of you. I'd have to think they'll have coaches. I'd have to think they'll have coaches. But that's the thing. You see Don Stanley and Gino, they can have coaches, but coaches can still opt out. Yeah, I'm happy there's going to be a championship mode. I am happy about that. Then you can drive with race drivers that, like, it's a championship mode. It's probably a single season rather than taking a driver year after year after year, but I'm still excited about it. Again, I'm excited about this game. Overall, I really am. Solely because it is the first one in 4 years. Speaking of NASCAR games, a reminder, you have tonight to play NASCAR Heat 5 online. All of the NASCAR Heat servers will be taken offline tomorrow as part of the agreement. Motorsport Games has been paying to keep it up. There's no need to keep it going. And NASCAR Heat online servers will be taken down. You can still play it, the single-player career mode and stuff like that, but playing online will be done. I don't know if they're going to add texture. I can reach out. See, I don't care about referees in games. I do not care. I don't care if they're generic ones. They don't matter to the gameplay. I get they matter to the immersion and stuff, but I'm more of like, is the gameplay fun? Does it do something that makes it enjoyable? You want more stream? Yeah, I don't know if it's midnight. Let's see. You know, it's sad, though. The NASCAR Heat account follows me. Yeah, it just says on August 1st. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. More streams, they'll be coming. There will be some day streams because streaming at night gets tough because this is when I do like my web development work and stuff. By the way, guys, do you want to see? You guys want to see? Check it out. I really want to see what they do for the track listing. I don't know if they're going to have legendary cars or tracks or whatever. Like, I don't think The Rock is going to be in there. Be tough for me to think The Rock is going to be in there, but I'm really interested. But check it out. Still got some work to do. Like, for the what's hot and trending, this will be like most downloaded. This will be most viewed. I got to get these links working. I got to get the staff dashboard. I got to get a few things working and testing, but look at how fast this is. Look at how fast this is. You go in, boom. Download, boom. As long as you're logged in, you can download. Look at this. We can upload a mod. Just be like, test mod. Select the game. 2K25. Category, character, image. Let's go here. Don't be looking at my folders, people. Don't do it. Too big of a file. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Yeah. Bold it. Hiya. Bold it. Break the line. Break the line. Center. I don't know if I have center, so What up? Watch this. Watch this. Tags DX Spirit Squad. Create the mod and look. Boom. Oh, I don't want those images. I want to change the images. Let's get rid of this one. Let's go with this one instead. Update the mod. Boom. Oh my God. Let's get rid of it. I don't want it there. I am so happy with that. And it's almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. Then I can get paid. I can get some money. Yeah, I'm interested in what they do. I would like more, because the career mode sucked. They need to overhaul career mode, though I don't know how you can make the career mode good. I really don't know. Like, I'm not that type of creative. There's things I'd want, but I don't know. I do want to see... I would love to see more of a manager mode, where I build the cards and... Hell, maybe there's a virtual up-and-coming promotion. Like a Bellator knockoff that's trying to come for you and you're competing. I don't know. I just would like to see a manager mode where you try and make some money. Keep your fighters from being poached. And all that stuff. That would be cool to see. Forbidden Door, Okada and Strickland for the unified title. Oh my Lanta. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. What in the world? Guys, Pac-Man World Repack 2, or Pac-Man World 2 Repack, it's going to be so fun. I loved the Pac-Man World games from the early 2000s. I loved them. They made me so happy. My wife's out grocery shopping. She's probably going to need help when she gets home. Probably going to need some help. I think animations will be up. Dude, I can't. Defired! Defire! I'm excited for that match. I can watch Swerve wrestle every day, though. I can watch him wrestle every day. Man, I feel bad. One of my... this is why I don't stream on Twitch. Good friend. He's Mills. I don't know if you guys know who Mills is. You should go follow him on Twitch. One of the best Twitch streamers there is. He hasn't been able to stream the last 2 days because Twitch is having so many issues. It's dropping frames. He can stream on X, Twitter. He can stream on YouTube. Can't stream on Twitch. And this is why I don't stream on Twitch anymore. I had so many issues just doing these. Kyle Allen is awful. Kyle Allen is terrible. Like, I don't know how he got any play. I don't know how he's been on a roster because he was the Bills' backup quarterback a couple years ago. I don't know. I don't know who he knows that allows him to keep going like this because it's not good. Last I knew he had 2 interceptions. Did he have more? Or did he just finish with the 2? Buddy of mine bet Chargers money line, so we'll see what happens on there. Last time it was 14-0. Let's see what the score is. 14-7 now. One thing I am looking forward to, by the way, is I am looking for more work. On top of Insider Gaming, I'm looking to get more writing, go back to hockey coverage, maybe some NFL coverage, sports betting. I don't know. But I might just do more of these. Basically, I'll be as transparent as I can. I'm looking for another job, too. Full-time. I need money because bills are piling up. And we don't make enough. And this isn't a say, like, woe is me, hey, give me money. This is a ad revenue come and help and or get me more. I hope he does. I don't hope. I mean, okay. From a football standpoint, I do hope he's ready to go by week 1 Death Note. As a Bills fan, one more week would be fine. If he wants to come back week 2, that'd be perfect if he wants to come back week 2. See, I don't think so, Defire. I think AEW has been on fire the last couple months, and WWE has been falling apart. It's kind of where I feel. Word. One of the things, what did I think of Nintendo Direct today? I thought it was mid. I talked about it on Insider Gaming Weekly. Mid-Tendo Direct. I just didn't think, I don't know. Had no... I don't know. I had no... Here are Ravens looking for revenge. We'll have to make a little friendly wager. Death Note before of some sort before week 1. See, that's the thing. I fully expect the Ravens to do what they did to Buffalo in the regular season. Because it's kind of like I expect the Ravens to beat Buffalo in the regular season, like I expect the Bills to beat the Chiefs in the regular season, and then come the playoffs the other way around. Oh, he's a huge Assassin's Creed nerd. I love it. I didn't watch that. You know what? Let's watch that. Let's watch that. Let's watch that. I'm going to turn this down so I don't get pinged for the music, though. Because I don't want to be demonetized for that music. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you, I haven't played an NBA 2K game since 2K21, 2K22. Solely because it got to the point with my career, the city, it just made it too much of a chore in between games. Like, I like the off the court stuff to a point, but I want to be able to play my games. God, that looks so weird, KD. Shay looks stoned in that screen right there. The music is perfect. Such a great song for that. See, I used to really like Assassin's Creed, and when I say used to, I mean 1 and 2, and then I played Assassin's Creed 3. And Assassin's Creed 3 ruined it for me. And that's solely because you do all this stuff. It's American Revolution. I was super stoked about it. And all the good parts of the story were the last, 10% of the game. And it killed it for me. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I didn't like it at all. You wouldn't steal a car. You damn right I would. They still look like they're made of wood. You know what's always bothered me with Assassin's Creed? And Molly, you can correct me if I'm wrong and if they've changed it. If they've changed it and fixed it, great. So happy. I hate trailing missions, escort missions, and repetitive missions throughout a game. And I hate just making a game open world to make it open world. Make it matter. But the trailing missions and escort missions bother the hell out of me. I do wish the NFL scheduled Birds against a better team. I feel is going to be at worst a 2-score win for the Eagles over the Cowboys. Nah, start the season off with a good win. Wouldn't you rather start the season off 1-0 than have to stress out? Granted, do I think the Cowboys are going to be better? Offensively, yes. Until the first time George Pickens doesn't get the ball on a drive and he throws a temper tantrum. I mean, so people say they lets the talent walk over him. I mean, there's been a lot where people have signed contracts and he refuses to release them when they want out because he signed contracts. Let's see. You know what I need to do? I should set this up to stream in... What am I streaming in anyway? No, I think I'm streaming in 2K. I don't know what I'm streaming in, actually. I do want to stream in 4K soon, but I think... Oh, I am streaming in 1440. Okay. Worst fan bases? See, I don't believe in the IWC. I think every fan base has terrible people. Every fan base has terrible people in it. I try and avoid the internet fans. Even though I kind of am one, I try to avoid it. Dude, the ESG football, I don't think is ever... I don't know. The ESG football, I don't think is ever coming. It's hard for me to think ESG football is coming. Like, varsity will come out, I think, before ESG. Also, I believe it's supposed to be multiplayer, online multiplayer only. And I don't know how that's going to work. Indie games doing online multiplayer only rarely work. Rarely do they ever work. Let's see. Guys, question. When I bring back the rundown and stuff for when I do the talk show, and not these just regular shows, should I keep it on the side like this, or should I put them on the top or the bottom? What do you guys think? Side, top, or bottom? What's going on here? What a way to end the month at IG. Traffic-wise, number-wise, this is a good month. Oh, hold on, guys. My wife is calling me. Guys, give me a minute. I have to go help my wife with groceries. I will be right back. If you don't mind. I'm going to throw the BRB screen up, and I will be back 2 minutes. 2 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. Leave your questions in here, and then we'll have things to talk about when I get back. But I got to help bring in groceries. Oh, did you miss me, guys? Did you miss me? I'm back. I don't know how much longer I'll be back, but I'm back. Thanks for hanging out. Go be helpful. Ravens defense should be. Yeah, I think I might stick with the side real quick. I do think. I don't know. I do like the side. I like this little. I like that. I might change the colors up and go with like a blue. I might do that and go with a blue. Or make the rundown a bit thinner. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do some testing. We'll do some testing, guys. Yeah, NASCAR, we're good. NASCAR talked about how bad it's going to be. I mean, come on. Come on. But I think by the end of next week is when we'll have all the rosters. August is going to be a loaded month. I can tell you, August is loaded. Let me look at my email. There's a couple things I can't say about it in my email. Matt Lewis. Yeah, so we got more things coming with the game. The rosters, yeah, they're still going to be coming. I just don't know if it's tomorrow. I got an email actually yesterday about what's coming soon, but I can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Like, I love this team too much and I have a good relationship with them. I can't talk about it. Bristol miss, dude. Death Note. The second we get our first look at Bristol, I'm gonna make that video. And I'm going to be like, how unrealistic is this? Where it doesn't. By the way, the Reds had a 3-0 lead and blew it. How unrealistic is this? Where blah, 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 blah. Man, I get Death Note. You made that so much money. The Fire. I don't like to get too carried away on ratings. Because at the end of the day, they don't matter too much because I'm playing franchise mode. So if EA didn't renew with the NFL, would they go someplace else exclude? Maybe. The problem is who and when would a game come out? That's always been the problem. Do I think EA brings back NBA Live? I don't think so. Maybe in 10 years, but I don't think so. A caution for baseball. Likely 2K or Sony. It would probably... I could see... Sony Studios making a football game again would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. The 2K thing bothers me because that 2K like arcade game, there's nothing going on with it. Last I knew, there's nothing. The mobile game bombed in every which way, and I don't know and I know the arcade game got restarted a bunch of times, and I haven't heard a thing about it. Haven't heard a thing, whether it's happening or not. People get annoyed. I can't deal with people. I can't deal with people. I think my thing is, do we really fully know about the weekly wrap? Like, we don't know everything about the weekly wrap up. That's the thing. We don't know everything about it, right? We don't know we don't know if all the games are going to be at that weird zoomed in angle, which, like, are they always going to be? Let's go to it real quick. Let's go to it real quick. Where? Like, this makes me so happy. I love snow games. There's no way if they're going to do a highlight show and make it feel like football. I don't see they can do this for every single thing. Maybe some of them, but there's no way they can do it for every single one, right? I hope IndyCar and iRacing makes a console game. That's not in the plans, last I knew. That is not in the plans. They're focused on NASCAR. Like, they're happy with the IndyCar license within iRacing itself. But when I talked to Tony Gardner, the president, granted, this is when I talked to him was in February of 2024, and he said he told me he was there's people interested, but it's not in the short-term plan, but the door's open and there's a possibility someday. What that happens, who knows if there's interest. I know the interest in IndyCar, just from a game standpoint, they paid a shit ton of money, Motorsport Games, for that license. Way more than what they were ever going to get back on that game. There's not enough interest there. NASCAR, there's at least enough interest. From a game standpoint, I just don't see IndyCar games making that much money. Let's see. The snow games look fantastic, and I play in those all the time. I love them. 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 Let's see. What else do we got? What do we got? There was something else I wanted to bring up. There was something else. Oh, that interception. Was that a pick 6 for the Chargers earlier? No, down to like the 4. The snow games. Yeah, Trey Lance, 9 of 12, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Solid. Solid. They announced Athena versus Tony Storm at Forbidden Door. Man, if she's as long as she's using that contract, if she's getting the match and not using the contract, that's dumb. I would have held on to it for All Out and let Athena win it at All Out. Athena needs to win that belt. Athena needs to win the belt. I do say MJF needs to lose when he executes his contract. I do think that needs to happen. I do think. Let's see. What? Dude, so many people are so upset about college football right now. The game. Like, they just think it's completely bugged and broken, and I don't get it. I mean, just have fun with the... I've hit the point with games. Have fun with it. Like, just have fun. Can we also talk about YouTube using AI to try and detect if a user's under 18 or not? Okay, she is good. Like, it ignores the age that someone puts in. And they just say, depending on what they watch. What if somebody is over 18 but mentally, not developed enough? Then that's what they're into. They're into younger content. Like, it's stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. But yeah, NASCAR Heat servers drop. Yeah, they're doing... Let me show the article. Yeah, so it will be... If the AI believes that... is the AI will believe that the account's operated by a teen who's under 18, it will automatically apply age-appropriate restriction, including disabled personalized advertising, turning on digital well-being tools, and adding safeguards to recommendations, including limiting repetitive views of some kind of content. They plan on testing a small subset, and this all has to do with the UK's stupid age verification thing, rather than leaving it in the hands of the parents to handle it. This is where I'm gonna go. Like, I scorched earth, get off, whatever. I hate that they overstep, and rather than let the parents decide what kids can watch, what kids can play, and what kids can do, the government needs to step in. Let the parents handle it. Let them handle it. I can't say what type of game is a real-time I will say it's from a legendary franchise. I think legendary. A long-running franchise is what I think. Or what I can say. It's from a very long-running franchise. And I can't wait to play. That's like the biggest game I'm playing. Like, we have a few people. When I say long-running, I think we're looking at 25 years since it debuted. So, but that's just part of it. Like, my colleagues, there's so many games that we can't talk about a couple unannounced games that'll probably be announced at Opening Night Live. Just a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff at Gamescom. And then we got some shows we're recording for Insider Gaming. And then maybe a bigger announcement for the company. Maybe that's when we do our bigger announcement. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. My kids use YouTube. My oldest, my 8-year-old, 7, soon to be 8. He uses YouTube, but when he's on it, we're right there with him. So we see what he's putting on. Yeah. My son watches marble racing, Mario Kart tip videos, like shortcuts and tracks and how to improve your lap times on Mario Kart World. That's the type of stuff he watches. And then he'll watch this one YouTuber who does like imperialism, Super Smash Brothers, WWE, that type of stuff. And it's hilarious. And it's fun. Guys, I think I want to take a trip down to Cincinnati. So your niece, I don't even want to ask how old your niece is. I'm assuming if she's watching horror game. I mean, she might be into it. Like my wife, when she was younger, her favorite show was Tales from the Crypt. So, or at least one of her favorite shows. So you never know what you're into. What you're into, you're into. Oh yeah, AEW Collision's on tonight. That's why you're telling me all this stuff. Like TNA's on tonight, but so is AEW. Durr. What do we got going? There was something else. Battlefield. I'd show the Battlefield trailer, but I don't want to get demonetized for them using Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I did get my open beta code so I can get into the closed beta early access. So next Thursday. Oh, she's... Well, there you go. And now she's 15. Oh, let her watch whatever. She's old enough. Molly was there watching Insider Gaming. Next week, pretty sure we all have access. So instead of a traditional show, I think the team is going to stream online on YouTube. We're going to stream Battlefield. Watching the Hall game open with Twitter. Well, and I just opened Twitter while they're on commercial. You should only be watching me. I mean, I'm just as entertaining. I am just as entertaining as a preseason football game where no starters are playing. Just as entertaining. Wondering if Homestead will be in GTA 6. Maybe. Like, it won't be officially Homestead, obviously. They can't call it that, but I guarantee you there'll be some sort of racetrack. What else do we got? We're going to start winding down soon. It's been an hour and a half, guys. Been fun. I do like doing these. I want to do them more structured. I am way more entertaining. So what else is going to be entertaining? Like I said, me being the worst Battlefield player in my company when I play it next week. Going to be the absolute worst. Dude, if I get one more DM... If I get one more DM asking me how games are or when, like if I say it all the time, if I have news, I put it online. I don't share it in DM. By the time GTA, it'll be World War III. It might be. I don't want to go on that side of things here, but it might be. guys, I'm going to start winding down. Thank you for hanging out. Haven't played. That was the last Battlefield I played. I will be 100% honest. I was talking about that on the show today before I wind down. Battlefield 1 was the last one I enjoyed, or Battlefield 4. And I was saying, I'd like to feel that feeling again. And then everybody's like, well, you have kids now. So it's tough to get a game that makes you feel that way again. But I want a game that gets me excited to play again. And I'm hoping this is it based on what I watched. The thing I love the most, I said it on the show, is watching a match start and all the buildings are up, everything looks good. And then halfway through, they're all destroyed. They're all destroyed. And you have to figure out a new strategy, right? Like, that is the coolest thing. That is the absolute coolest thing. So, but with that, we're going to talk more over the week. I will be back maybe Sunday afternoon. I'll be back with a stream pre-SummerSlam. Or Sunday morning. We'll figure it out. Play some games. But thank you so much for hanging out. Leave a like, subscribe. I appreciate everything. Defire, Molly, Death Note, Darren, or Doreen, I'm sorry, Venom. Who else was in here? TP, of course. TP, Kakarot, Raiders. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. The chats make it so much more fun. It makes it so much more fun than just talking to air and not answering questions. I will see you next time. I love you all. Be kind to one another. I'm out.